professionals have warned men who are into bodybuilding against using steroids to increase their muscles, revealing that it could lead to infertility. Good day, viewers, and welcome to DDM Health News Update on our program, Your Health, Your Wealth. I often remind you guys to subscribe to our YouTube channel, that is Diaspora Digital Media, so that you can get the latest news on health. Do you know what we have today? I'm sure you're eager to hear. So please listen carefully to get the latest on health. Medical experts said it is unhealthy to give children multivitamins in excess quantities, warning that it could lead to various health problems, including liver damage. Not that they say you should stop, rather excessive ones. According to them, giving children vitamin A in excess quantities can affect the brain and lead to convulsions. So please, take note. They noted that what children need to grow and thrive in is appropriate and good nutrition and not dietary supplements. Mayo Clinic says taking high doses of vitamin A supplements could cause liver damage. Please take note. Combining high doses of vitamin A supplements with other drugs can cause the damage of the liver, and it could increase the risk of liver diseases. Too much vitamin A can be harmful, and excess vitamin A during pregnancy has been linked to birth defects. I repeat, excess intake of vitamin A during pregnancy can lead to birth defects. So please, what is the quantity of vitamin A you take during pregnancy? If it's too much, please take it low. The physician states this during exclusive interview with Punch Healthwise, advising parents to see children as human beings and not disease entities. Yeah, humans are humans. Also speaking with our correspondent, a professor of pediatrics at the Department of Pediatrics, College of Health Sciences, University of Ilorin, Kwara State, Olubenga Mokolu, said, except there is a particular deficiency, children don't need routine nutrition supplements. Except there is a particular deficiency. Maybe they lack vitamin A or any other vitamin. Mokula, a consultant pediatrician at the University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital, said it was wrong for parents to give their children multivitamins to improve their appetite. The pediatrician explained, generally, vitamins are safe. That was what he explained. As I said, you can take vitamins for what they are. They are very useful. They help to control abnormal products during body reactions. They are also necessary for body growth. Vitamins are a class of drugs, and there are varieties of them with different consequences. Yeah. So, when you say vitamins, you are just referring to one drug. So, you have vitamin A, you have what is called vitamin B complex, which have several subsidiaries under it. You have vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, and then you have vitamin K. So there are different classes of vitamins. Yeah, there are a lot of them. Anything, for instance, that have vitamin A, you want to ensure that it is not taken in excess. That is our major point. It can affect the brain, and it can make a child convulse when taking its excess quantity. Please. The researcher noted that when dietary supplements are given for the wrong reasons, it defeats its usefulness. Yeah. According to the pediatrician, the most vitamin supplements available are vitamin A and vitamin B. Yes. But most of the vitamin products that are being sold, luckily, are usually in the vitamin B category. Yeah. And this is why we have not been recording consequences from the level of use that people have subjected to it. Any small thing they will say, hope you're giving the child vitamin B complex. That's their major drugs of vitamin. Also, well, we thank God they are relatively safe compounds, but not all of them. Yeah. When given in excessive quantities, they can begin to give some babies problems. That's where we are landing. We should be careful with all of these things. Babies are human beings and not a disease. Yeah, human beings are human beings. What they need is to be fed correctly. Some of these dietary supplements contain substances that in small quantities, according to how they are present in the body, are very useful. Yeah, but if you begin to give them as supplements, they are not necessarily adding to that usefulness. Yeah, because most of our food we eat contain such vitamins. So according to the pediatrician, children don't need all those supplements, but appropriate nutrition. Yes. What kind of food do you give your child? What children need is good nutrition and a healthier diet. Children should be given a homemade diet. If you are giving your child a homemade diet, some foods are green, white, red, and those like oil. Any food you are giving to your child, let it have this mix. Except there is a particular deficiency, children don't need routine nutrition supplement. That is why, for instance, we adults, if we are cooking, like you see that salt will be there, a nutrient of its own, seasoning will be there, a nutrient of its own, crayfish, red oil, and so many other things. A lot are being added to make a soup. Those things contains each vitamin of its own. Well, continuing, the child health expert said it was a wrong perception that multivitamins improve appetite. Mothers, he said, need to understand that children are human beings and they have behavior. Their behavior and preferences are to be understood and they can be properly persuaded. Hunger is a great appetizer. Multivitamins, because they are multivitamins, they are not generally harmful, but using them as multivitamins should be for different reasons, like a deficiency. Maybe your child is lacking vitamin K. Maybe you can get a supplement to give the child in order to improve that. If it's for appetite, that is the wrong reason. If a child is sick, the child needs to be treated, and when they recover from treatment, their appetite restored. If a child is active and playing but refuses a particular food item, it cannot be forced to like that food item by administering multivitamins. These are the things, the researches our pediatricians go on to do. Mokulo went on to say that drugs should be used for the right reason. A baby is not a disease. Human beings do not survive on drugs. They survive on nutrients, cleanliness, fresh air, and good activities. The life of your child, in fact, the health of your child matters. Under some circumstances, some babies might need help. That is vitamin supplements like Preterm. Also speaking, a professor of public health nutrition with the Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife, Osun State, Beatrice Ogumba, said parents should avoid giving their children surgery foods. The nutritionist stated that some food and beverages had been identified by the World Health Organization and the United Nations Children's Fund as unhealthy for consumption during complementary feeding. Well, complementary feeding, Professor Ogumba explained, starts with when breast milk alone is no longer sufficient to meet the nutritional requirements of infants. That is why you can see a child will be given some food and also taking breast milk. Adding that from that point, other foods and liquid are needed along with breast milk to meet the nutritional needs of the baby. According to the WHO, after After 6 months of age, it becomes increasingly difficult for breastfeed infants to meet their nutrient needs from human milk alone. These are sweet beverage consumption, unhealthy food consumption, and zero vegetable or fruit consumption. The sweet beverage consumption includes commercially produced and packaged sweetened beverages, 100% fruit juice, as well as fruit-flavored drinks and homemade drinks of any kind to which sweeteners have been added. So please take note. How healthy is your child? What is the nutritional value of your child? How often do your child eat? What kind of nutrients do they have? So please, the health of your child matters. Well, up next, senior health professionals have warned men who are into bodybuilding against using steroids to increase their muscles, revealing that it could lead to infertility. You know this word called infertility? Many view it as it's only women. Most of 99% of women are infertile. Yes, but no, men contribute to that. That is the warning. Steroids contribute to infertility. The medical practitioners noted that the use of steroids for bodybuilding constitutes drug abuse, warning that unknown to many people, it often comes with deadly consequences like infertility, shrinkage of the testicles, and breast development in men. Take note if you're a victim, please. According to the National Library of Medicine, anabolic steroids are synthetic, that is man-made, versions of testosterone. Testosterone in main sex hormone in men. Yes, it is the main sex hormone in men. It is needed to develop and maintain male sex characteristics such as facial hair, deep voice, and muscle growth. Anabolic steroids are used under supervision by healthcare providers to treat hormone problems in men like delayed puberty and muscle loss from some disease. That is when steroid medication are involved. Yeah, because while this is a medication that must be given under medical supervision, health experts are bemoaning the unregulated use of these drugs by bodybuilders. Many people want to create a muscle because they feel if they don't have muscle, that they are not men. The experts are also bemoaning the lack of regulation for the doses taken by bodybuilders, which they said may be 10 to 100 times higher than doses used to treat medical conditions. You can see the reason why you are being advised not to take this on yourself. Yes, because you might take it 10 to 100 times higher. That is why a health practitioner should be involved before doing anything. Also speaking, a professor of public health, Tanimola Akinde, and a public health physician, Dr. Kenechukwu Igwebe, urged men to desist from self-medicating on steroids due to their effects. Akinde, a former national chairman of the Association of Public Health Physicians of Nigeria, insisted that steroids are used to treat certain diseases but will not be prescribed by doctors for bodybuilding. Have you seen it? A doctor can't prescribe that to you. Rather, the doctor handles it by he or herself. Also speaking, he further stated that the abuse of steroids for bodybuilding is hazardous to health. So please, while such individuals may look good while using the products, he said it could be damaging their internal organs. He also stated that steroids can make pimples pop up and hair falls out. They can make male grows breasts and female grow beards. Steroids can cause damage to the liver. You can imagine a woman growing beards and a man growing breasts. The reverse becomes the case. I hope you don't want to be a victim. So if you're using it, try to stop it, please, for your own health benefits. They can even send users on violent, angry rampages. You can imagine. Steroid use can lead to high blood pressure and may shorten the lives of abusers. These are the consequences. Well, also speaking with our correspondent, Igwe, who is a physician at the University College Hospital, Ibadan, said that men who take steroids for bodybuilding stand the risk of damaging their sex organs. You might be surprised your manhood don't start any longer. You'll be asking yourself, what is the problem? This can lead to poor quality of semen production too, small testes and breast development. Also, men that take steroids are prone to taking or injecting their substances of abuse, such as cocaine, heroin, and also have a higher risk of developing stroke. Please, it has a lot of consequences. When I mean a lot of consequences. Please, I'm still pleading. Your health matters a lot. Also, according to the United Kingdom's National Health Service, regular intake of anabolic steroids can lead to physical and psychological changes in both men and women, as well as potentially dangerous medical conditions. Also, the NHS noted that it can cause infertility, shrunken testicles, and erectile dysfunction. Adding the persons indulging in it also stand an increased chance of suffering from prostate cancer. The most dangerous. Prostate and cancer. Please take note. Up next, the Ogun State government has sealed 6 industries operating within the state of various environmental violations. So sad. The affected companies include Wirin Electrical Limited, Ezekiel Farms Limited, Chamfingi Nigeria Limited, Fortune Heights Farms Limited, Lolibi and DA Ventures Limited, and Avenus Nigeria Limited. All these I mentioned here fall victim to the sealing of their shops. This was disclosed in a statement released on Saturday by the Ogun Environmental Protection Agency via his X. That is the X handle, reaffirming the agency's commitment to upholding environmental standards and protecting the state's ecosystem. In the statement, Farouk Tunde, special advisor to the governor on Ogepa and chairman of the Ogun State Task Force on Environmental Compliance and Enforcement, said the companies were found to be in breach of environmental regulations. Please, always keep your environment clean. He also noted that while some of the companies had previously been sealed, you can imagine, they defied government orders and resumed operations unlawfully. Maybe it might be because of they forget that today is the last Saturday of the month, for instance, and they open up without keeping the environment clean. So sad. Wirin Electrical Limited, Ezekiel Farms Limited, and Chamfigin Nigeria Limited, located along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, were sealed for air pollution. Fortune Heights Farms Limited, situated in Odobulo local government area, which had earlier been sealed for discharging untreated effluent into the environment, was resealed for breaking the government seal to resume operations. The statement partly read. Tunde further explained that Lolibi and DA Ventures Limited in Ijebu Ode, a company involved in grain cleaning, was also sealed for violating a stop work order previously issued by the agency. Adventus Nigeria Limited, whose tool processing factory is located along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, was sealed for exposing workers to environmental hazards and operating without personal protective equipment. Okay? Isike Farm Limited, which produces poultry feed and is located along the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, was also sealed for violating a stop work order The statement added. Well, the Ogeba official retreated that the agency's determination to ensure that all industries in the states comply with environmental laws. Please try to follow up on this. Comply with the government, comply with the law, so that you will not be a victim of such. I hope you don't want your shop to be sealed. Please try to do so so that you will not be a victim. Also speaking, keep your environment clean so as not to fall victim. Well, with this, we come to the end of today's program on your health, your wealth. I'm sure you have learned a lot about the vitamin A, about the health hazard, and the rest. Please put them in practice. Your health matters. Your health is your wealth. Until next time I come your way, please don't forget to click on the like button, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Diaspora Digital Media, to get the latest on health. Until I come your way, I remain Nenyor Michael Nizini. Thanks for watching and do have a beautiful day ahead. Bye for now.